What's up, y'all? Brandon here, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. So in this video we are going to be doing some individual crochet boho twists, and this has really just become one of my favorite go-to styles when I just need something simple. It takes me about 3 hours, and y'all just check out the growth on my hair from the last video. I know y'all see it. I know y'all do. So right here, I realized from the last time that I wanted to have less braids in my head. So what I'm doing right here is just counting them out. It probably would have been smarter to count them out before I start parting, but I thought I had a strategy going to make it less. It was only 2 less braids than the last time, but that's all right because I only have 48 braids to work with, and I ended up with 40 parts. So boom, that ended up working out very well. And I didn't really mind the size. Again, this is just a temporary style. I'll probably keep it in for about 3 weeks. It's no big deal on how big the parts were to me. So they're about a good, medium to large type of size. So this is me just after I parted them and counted. This is just me sectioning everything and just really trying to make sure I'm getting my count in good. And I did a few off camera because I low-key forgot how to do these. Like, I know it's my go-to, but I was like, how did I do these the last time? But this is what I did. I just crocheted, put the hook downward on the part, and then what you want to do is just attach the hair loop to the hook, and then what you want to do is just put your hair and the rest of the hair through that loop, and you're good to go. If that wasn't explained too well, I'm not the best at explaining certain things. You will be able to see exactly what it is that I am doing on here. It's really easy, really simple. Again, this style all together took me about 3 hours. And what I'm doing right here, I made a mistake, but I did fix it myself. What you want to make sure is that you are twisting in the correct direction that the twists are in. So they will not all be facing the same way, just depending on what side you put it on the hook. If you want to pay attention to that, by all means be my guest. But anybody got time for that? Because you won't be able to see it at all once it's all completed. No one will care, But again, if that's your thing, let that be your thing. So if you don't care about that, like I don't, then you want to twist the bottom of the hair and see which direction it's going in. If it's going in the opposite direction, you'll see it loosen up. If it's going in the correct direction, then you will see the curl tighten up right here. So that will tell you which way you are supposed to be, doing that twist in. So what I do is once I hook everything through, loop my hair and the hair through the extra loop of the crochet loop at the top, then that's when I divide my hair into two. At that part, you can decide to make your part tighter. You can just kind of pull on each side of your hair and make that rubber band tighter, or you can just leave it how you want. It's truly up to you. That's why I really love this style, because you can really just kind of customize it as you go. It doesn't have to be super tight. It doesn't have to be too loose. It's really however it is that you want it. So that's why you don't really have to focus too much when it comes down to putting the rubber bands on at first. You want them to be secure, but they don't have to be super tight, because you want to avoid tension, but also be able to have enough space that you can just put that hook through without any extra tension and just irritation or anything like that. So in this moment, in that moment, it's when I realized that I wasn't too bright, because I already had hair left over from the last time, which was longer hair. Then I realized that as I was installing the hair, that someone was looking a little short. Y'all, I bought the wrong length. But, players mess up sometimes. But it ain't no biggie, because all I did was I went through and separated the longer ones from the shorter ones, because I took them all out of the bags and they were just in one big pile. So I had to separate all of the long ones from the short ones, and I just made sure I put those in the back mainly. And then I eventually did put some of the longer ones towards the front of my hair, just so I can see that length when my hair is forward and see it falling longer from my face. So that's just what I decided to do. I encourage you to make sure that you purchase the correct length if you are doing it like me and bought the hair at two separate times. So that's that. So when it comes down to this style, right, really it doesn't even matter how long your hair is. I always make sure that I put some type of either jam or shine and jam or just something, one of those type of gel, those thicker gels on there on the ends of your hair, so that way it's not dry and that way it can blend, just flawlessly with the twist. Again, if you don't need that, that's cool too, but I just feel like that's just the extra oomph that just makes it, just work in your favor. You know what I mean? And mainly because of my hair length, I feel it's still shorter, and because I had that pixie cut, which is now making my hair grow out, more blunt, then it is necessary for me to put rubber bands on the ends. So you'll see me throughout the process. I will be putting multiples, or I will be putting just one rubber band, just depending on how it blends together. But again, that's case by case. That is twist by twist situation in this case. So just do whatever it is you need to do to make sure that your hair blends well and nothing is sticking out. If it does, you can always just go back in, put another rubber band. It's okay to have multiple rubber bands on one twist. It's totally fine. You won't be able to see it at all. And that's why I really love this style, because it's so easy to do. And no matter how long or how short your hair is, it will blend. I promise you it will blend, because the last time I had this done, my hair was probably about half this length. So trust the process, and I promise you it will turn out well almost every single time. But I wanted to keep this in regular speed. I did not speed this video up whatsoever, because I wanted you all to see just how fast you can move by doing this. Again, this took me about 3 hours or so. I wasn't really paying attention to the time too much because I was taking a break in between. So roughly this takes me about 3 hours. And that's mainly because I wanted my parts to be pretty decent. They're not 100% perfect, but pretty decent. So just keep that in mind, and you will do great. I know you will. And this is pretty much all I have for y'all. I will let y'all enjoy the video and all of that good stuff, and that way y'all can see how the short hair blended with the long hair. You really can't even tell. It worked out perfectly. So yeah, we are good to go.